Hello everyone and welcome again to this channel. My name is Daniel and this video today we'll be discussing about marriage-based interview questions that you are likely to be asked during your immigration or visa interview that you are planning to attend. This is for those who applied as single and along the way they got married before the selection process was out, or the ones who married after the selection process and they fill the DS-260 form as married, included their spouses in the DS-260, and they are planning to immigrate to the US with their spouses and attend the interview together. And for those ones who are fighting for their spouses to come and join them in the United States, this is your video. So please, if you are watching us for the first time and you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel, like our videos, share some of them to your friends if you find them good or necessary, and never pass by without giving us a like. So guys, the kind of questions that you'll be asked during this kind of visa interview will come from about 6 areas. And the first area where the question will come from will be family related questions. Number 2, it will be employment related questions. Number 3, it will be questions about your relationship. Number 4, it will be about the wedding questions, wedding related questions. Number 5, common life questions. Then number 6, they may ask you about kitchen related questions. So guys, you need to prepare and prepare very well, more especially those ones who filed or filled the DS-260 as family, and yet during the application it was a single DV lottery application, and those ones who are fighting for their spouses to join them. Listen and you understand on how to prepare. So on family related questions, you will be asked a question like, where do you currently live? The other one is, did your parents or friends approve your marriage? When did you meet each other's parents? What do you parents think about your relationship? How do you get along with your in-laws? What was your father's last name? What was your mother's maiden name? Have you given or received gifts? How often do you visit or go see your in-laws? When was the last time you saw your in-laws? With which other family members do you have frequent contact? So you need to know the family member that you frequently call, so they will always want to confirm. And the moment you say, I call this and this, they will also confirm from your spouse. If you have children, who takes care of them? Who is the person who takes care of your parents when the kids are not in your parents' house? Who feeds your kids most of the times and who puts them to bed? So you need to know that. You must rehearse before you go for the interview. What is your child's favorite food, toy, or story? So know this one, share with your spouse before the interview. Do your children go to the toilet alone? Do they use extra seat in the car? Does your spouse have siblings? If so, what are their names and ages? So learn more about this. Where do your spouse's closest relative live? Have you met your spouse's family? If so, describe the circumstances under which you met. Do you have unmarried children under the age of 18 years? so you must state that. Employment-related questions are like, where do you work? What kind of work does your spouse do? Did you meet at work? What is your spouse's salary? So understand more about this. They want to see that you people, you really stay together and you're married and you know each other better. Do you want to work on the same workplace with your spouse? Have you visited your spouse at home or at work? What were your previous jobs, if any? When did you work at the previous job? Did you resign? Were you fired? You give a reason. When did you start working at your current job? If you moved. Where else have you worked in the last 5 years? So understand this. It is very, very important. Then the other one is about your romantic relationship life. Where did you meet? When did you fall in love with your spouse? How long did it take before you decided to get married? Who proposed to who? Why did you decide to have a long-term commitment? Who chose the ring during your wedding? Where did you go on your dates? Where was your first date? Have all those facts together, then you will be able to be successful. Did you live together before marriage? So you need to answer that. You rehearse before the interview day. The other one is, did you give your spouse a ring when you proposed? What attracted you to your spouse? Where was your first time you met? Where do you live at the time you met? Where and with whom did your spouse live with when you met your spouse? Could you describe the first meeting? Besides your current marriage, how many other times have you been married? So you must be aware about it. What activities did you do together when you were dating? What's your spouse's date of birth? Which is your favorite color? What is your favorite animal? Wedding questions. Where was the wedding held? How many people attended your wedding? Did all your parents attend? Was there music in your wedding? What type of cake was served? Who was present for each of the families? How long did the guests stay for your wedding? Common life questions. Which of the two usually gets earlier and at what time? Who makes breakfast? Who makes lunch and dinner? Who buys food? Who washes the dishes? What type of shampoo or toothpaste does your spouse use? When is everyone's birthday? So you need to understand when you celebrate this birthday of each other. What's your spouse's favorite television show? What's your spouse's favorite station? How many cars do you have? What's the internet service you use at your place? And how many televisions or TV you have in your place? Then kitchen. Do you have gas or a stove? How many times a week do you go out for food? What's your spouse's favorite food? Where do you buy your foods from? Who does most of the cooking? And who does most of the shopping? So guys, those are some of the questions that you need to prepare and many more others. So the consular officer or the immigration officer want to know or to see that you really live together, you are married, and you have so many things that you do as a family which are common. So when you prepare very well before the date of the interview. And if it so happens that you are going to be put in different rooms, rehearse and try to be honest And when you are not sure, say you don't know. See you in our next video. Bye bye.